TV y'omuntu wa bulijjo, TV y'obwakyabazinga, Baba TV eddimu yakwataganye edda nalyo ery'okubeera nga ekutuusaako enteekateeka zino nga official broadcaster ow'omwaka guno. So sigala kuno obeere ng'otegeera byonna. Well, olunaku olwaleero International Press Freedom Day, olunaku olukwatibwa mu nsi yonna okujaguza okwakinolojinga eddembe ly'abamawulire mu nsi yonna. Bwekituuka ku ddembe ly'abamawulire wano mu Uganda, yes, mu nsi yonna tukimanyi bannamawulire ge matu ge maaso ag'abantu, ffe tulaba tuwulira oba tubawulirira ne tubalabira ne tujja ne tubalaga bye tulabye ne bituwulidde. But when you talk about press freedom, eddembe ly'abamawulire mu ggwanga lya Uganda, ebintu bibiri biyinza obutabeera mu kisero kimu. Despite okubeera nti emikutu gy'amawulire weegiri mu bungi, TV, radio, online publications n'ebirala that we have. In fact, there we have scored very, very highly as a country. But when it comes to bannamawulire okukola emirimu gyabwe giri professional nga tewali abakubye ku nsolobotto, osooka n'osikamu nogati okay, kasooke tunuulire omwaka guno gwennyini twalaba luli abamawulire aba TVM, Thomas Kitimbo n'abalala, abasajja aba security, aba police bakutte pepper spray, namawulire akutte kamera akola mulimu gwe, sajja n'akwata pepper spray n'afuuyira mu maaso directly, kamera ne pen byayina byokka ng'ekyokulwanyisa n'okutyobola eddembe kw'abamawulire okwo tuzze tulaba mu ggwanga lya Uganda ebbanga lyonna. The other day twalaba Jimmy James Akena nga akutte kamera ye bw'ati, ndowooza ekikirigenda mu byafaayo bya Uganda. Kamera sajja nga nkuba emigo n'awanika kamera mundeke temunkuba, byamutusibwako tubimanyi. Yali munnamawulire wa WBS oyo nakati mpulira mulema up to now. The other day ojjukira abamawulire abaali bagenze ku UN nga tuyingira akalulu UN wano mu Kampala, nabo byabatusibwako mwabiraba n'ebyokulabirako ebingi ennyo bye tuzze tulaba. Kakati twebuuza, and I want to ask Sir Simon Myanga Lutaya, an elder in this industry. I don't know what he thinks. Those are some of the pictures. Ng'olaba oyo munnamawulire wa TVM bamukubyemu tear gas, rather pepper spray, akutte kamera alaja n'akaaba, omusajja yakwata ki pepper spray, ekicupa kya pepper spray n'amufuuyira mu maaso directly. I don't know what Sir Simon Myanga Lutaya think about all this.
These are, as we mark the World Press Freedom Day, these are unpleasant pictures, but they do not constitute the summary of the Press Freedom Index of our country. I believe that overall, Uganda is a different country with relatively reasonable press freedom. I believe that to some extent, and to a greater extent, the media in Uganda has been able to do their work. That even those, because there are two things. The first one is awareness. That there is awareness, undisputed awareness on press freedoms in the country. That even those who commit such terrible acts know that what they are doing is wrong. So they are aware that what they are doing is wrong. That's why they are quick to apologize. They are quick to apologize. So they are able to think through their hearts of the evils of what they have done. This, therefore, is a good plus on our country, that we have performed well on awareness, number one, that the freedoms of the media are known. Number two, the role of the media in our country is also known. That's why ministry after ministry, government, department after government department invite press conferences every other day to communicate developments within their departments. This shows that they know the role that journalists can play. So awareness plus appreciation of the role, and now legislation. When we come to legislation, this is the third. I think we relatively have good laws on press freedom, a good legal regime to enforce press freedom, to enforce good positive practices, to enforce growth within the profession. So on score number 1, on 3, on awareness, yes, tick. On appreciation of role, yes, tick. On legislation, tick. I think I would score, on a score of 10, we score 8 out of 10 on awareness, 7 out of 10 on appreciation, 6 out of 10 on legislation, good laws providing for press freedom. And now the challenge comes with the last one, which is practice. That while people are aware and they appreciate the role and they know that laws exist to protect us, what do they do in practice? And I think in practice, the journalists do their role with minimal infringement of their freedoms. I know there are cases where we have not been able to survive well, but overall, I don't think we are bad off. There is a reasonable press freedom in Uganda, reasonable press freedom. It's not 100%, but on a score, I think we are around 8%. I know that there is no, like you said, when you go when you show me pictures of Chitimbo and the others being sprayed with pepper spray, what else would do you expect them to be sprayed with in such environments?
Why should they be sprayed?
Now, those are issues of practice, which we must, what's happening? Who do you blame for this? Does the police force, the Uganda police force?
These were journalists.
Yes, they are.
Covering March y'abasawo,
Yes.
in medical interns. It wasn't a demonstration. There was a handful of medical interns abaali batambula obutambuzi, a handful of them, and the police deliberately chooses to go targeting journalists. This was targeted.
Auntie.
Okay. Is there any justification of targeting journalists?
You may not understand me, but there is. The justification is that it is the story of the rapist and the victim. That what the victim struggles to protect most is what the rapist strikes to get best. To them, these journalists, this is news. It makes news to them. They want their cameras to capture. To police, these are acts of lawlessness that, if not checked, would culminate into great insecurity. So to them, the first thing is to make sure that this kind of situation is arrested. To a journalist, he is to make sure that he gets the most ugly of pictures to tell this story. And now can you see that conflict? It would happen in your home, it would happen here, it would happen in politics, that what you seek to protect most is what the other person seeks to achieve. While you fight to preserve it, another one fights to get it. So, I am not saying that Uganda is totally free as far as media freedoms are concerned, but is relatively fair, performs above average in press freedoms. Look at the things we do daily. We have 365 days of reporting and doing what we are doing on radio, on TV, in papers, on blogs, and everywhere. You mean out of the 365 days, every day they are spraying us?
No.
We have more than 1,000 journalists in this country. You mean all the 1,000 that were sprayed with the pepper spray? The answer is no. There are a few isolated cases that happen everywhere, even in our homes, even in schools. In Kasese last night, I heard of a story which you have shown me here, of a woman who has been killing children.
It's alleged.
It's alleged that he's been killing children and preserving their bodies at her home. N'asonjola ennyama ku magumba g'abaana n'agifumbira abantu n'agiservinga mu hotel. When I looked at the skeleton of one of them, I was like, did you even have to arrest this one? Shoot and kill the fool. But the law is different. The girl was arrested, and they are also going to tell you that investigations are taking place. They're trying to probe. So I want to congratulate my colleagues, the Ugandan media, upon the growth of the three things I've talked about. That we have achieved tremendous growth in awareness on press freedoms. We have achieved tremendously on appreciation of our role. That's why we come here every day. That's why you attend press conference every day. That's why even the president will invite you for a press conference, because he knows that there are areas you reach that he cannot reach easily. And that was his inception objective of liberalizing the media. And number three, legislation. Uganda has fairly good laws to guarantee media freedoms. Now the issue of practice, if the score was 100 and each of these had 25 marks, 25 marks, 25 marks, if I said answer 4 questions in all and each card is 25 marks, Uganda would score the 25 on awareness, the 25 on appreciation, the 25 on legislation, and maybe score a small percentage of around 15 on enforcement of these freedoms, which is the fourth one. And so it will be a score of 90% or around 80%. That is good enough. To me, I think we are not bad off. We have to check ourselves. There's a lot of kajanja in the way we do our job. Some journalists believe that when you become a journalist and you're covering a function, you have a camera there, so you are the president of Uganda at that time, you are the DPC there, you are the RPC there, you are the DSO there. You are all in all, which is not true. You must always recognize that you have two different things you are fighting for. What you seek to cover is what this man seeks to quell. You want it to continue for you to get better images.
Actually,
he wants it to stop immediately because that is his job.
What we seek to uncover is what they want to
cover. That could also see. So I am now talking about what is uncovered already.
Okay.
There is a protest there, because when there is a protest, the duty of security, first duty, is to make sure that that protest is stopped as soon as it can. Why not target the
protesters?
They may target the protesters. When you are impregnating, you target into olubuto lugende omwana agende mu lubuto. Tutwala omukazi muddwa ne baga nti bannaye Nabira wuno nti kikyali lubuto naye agamba lumusumbuwa.
Nabira yani?
Mukyala wange. Mukyala wange.
Nabira yani?
Ye mukyala wange.
Mukyala ye Nabira?
Yes.
Mukyala ye Nabira?
Yes. Tokigenda munnyo. Tokirwako. Etakuleeta obusi.
Leero okizeemu. For the second time you've said the name of your wife on air. Congratulations. 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 Mukyala yani? Kulamusiza mukyala Nabira.
Kitaawe tannamumpa kale mpola ojja kusajjula embeera sikutegeera oyagala nnyo ebyononesa.
She must be happy where she is.
You are the biggest problem to me now. What do you translate as it? So what was I saying? So you got hospital. You had got to hospital. Omusawo naga nti olubuto lwa Nabira lwagenda mu nseke. Naye nga bwali olumuwa tewalulagira genda mu ki?
Nseke.
Wayagala lugenda olubuto we lubeera lwagenda mu nseke. Similarly, in target trying to stop, to make sure that this that police stops this kind of protests, they may misbehave. One or two of them may misbehave. And remember, n'abantu bano nabo betugenda mu protest abo betuba tukabule kati ngaba abasawo. Ate bwe balabawo kamera nga zibakwata beyongera ne beyanjala ne balekana ne bakola because they want campaigners to capture them. Now police believes that if your camera stopped, it would the other protests would also somehow stop. I told you in 2000 around 2014 I bought a motorcycle for one of my uncles to do business. Got an agreement, I bought it and gave it to someone, to Richard, my uncle, to work. Somehow, it was a stolen motorcycle. So when people came and told my uncle, where did you get this motorcycle? My uncle ran away. But the guys at the stage knew that this motorcycle belonged to Muyanga. They said, oyo, baba wa Muyanga, baba wale. So they took the motorcycle to my home and asked the people home, where is Richard? Ajire ekola. Akola chavuga boda boda. Fiche no mujidi atujidi. They took it to Njeru police. They get to Njeru police and then they enter it and call me. Mr. Muyanga, we want you at police because you know there's a motorcycle. You stole a motorcycle. I said, very stupid. So I told the police officer, I said, me to steal a motorcycle. I bought that motorcycle. I have the sale agreement. I have even Nakata. What are you talking about? Come. I said, coming. So I went. Very energetic. I went very arrogantly. He said, I think these are fools. You say I stole a motorcycle, me?
Yet I bought with my own money.
Yes, sir. Who bought? I get there and then I find a woman claiming that this motorcycle is hers. And the card I held was still in the names of the woman. They were, no, I bought it from somebody called Tabu. Here are the papers. Then the guy comes and says, Kali, so I said, to do what? You under arrest, goes over what? Nkukobi nagula motorcycle, nagula pichipichi, endagano yino. Na kataboka akano. Eyanguza ati yangu kondi muleke nje no Tabu yajinguza gwe mbende. He said, no. Get in here as we look for Tabu. My arrogance ended there. So I asked this police officer, I bought a motorcycle and I've shown you proof that I bought it from someone. And later actually they got the person. I said, that was the person who sold me the motorcycle. No, it was not his. I said, now what's the problem with me? Who bought? He said, you know, if that motorcycle had found no market in you, the thief would have no impetus to steal, or would still be stuck with it until he's arrested. That's when I learned that it is criminal to buy stolen material. You are as good as the thief.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
So these are the things we need to look at. We must also think twice when we are talking about what we do. We want our freedoms, but how about the freedom of others? Don't these police officers have freedom?
They do.
Is this not their work? So, me speaking broadly, averagely, Uganda is performing well on press freedom, not extremely well, but averagely better than many other countries.
On that note, Baba TV, Ganga Muka takes a break. We'll return with Hot Cup at 9.